Hey everybody, I guess it's about time I got to a current Chris Reeve collection vid. I think it's been about a year, I'd have to double check. But there might be some ones here you haven't seen before. I'll start with some of the ones I know you have. This is a Sango 21 small NSYNC. This is one of my absolute favorite knives. Carried this for a little over 2 years. It is a flawless knife. I could not change anything about this knife if I even was given the opportunity. I love every bit of it. Excellent knife, excellent. And if you're thinking about getting a small Sango, I highly recommend the NSYNC version. Let's see, we'll go to the next small. My next small. This would be a TNK exclusive Sango 21 Tanta. This is a very nice knife. I love the Tanta blade. I've been a fan of it ever since I was little. But this one is just done very nice. The way that Chris grinds his knives, I find very appealing. And this is just a great overall design. This one though is a safe queen. I don't use it. I bought it with the intent to use it and abuse it, but every time I reach for a small, I grab the NSYNC. Still excellent. My buddy Espmet, ESPMET on YouTube, he carries his small Tanta a lot and speaks highly of it. Which I don't doubt, because I have been carrying this for a little over 2 years, pretty much every day. I mean, the NSYNCs and the Startechs and the 25 have slowly started a rotation instead of just a one knife like this was for over 2 years. But another TNK exclusive Tanta Zan. I wasn't a big fan of the Zan when it first came out, but in early 2010 when they came out with this Tanta, I think it was, could have been late 2009, I was very excited to get one, and this has become my go-to knife. Couldn't be happier with it. Minor details I would change, but I couldn't be happier with it. Excellent knife. And since I'm going with the Zans, how about a Wilson Combat Startech model? I bought this one with the intent of putting that Tanta blade on here and making the ultimate knife. This one has the logoed lock over travel stop, as you can see by the Chris Reeve logo stamped into it, and is really nice. The reason I wasn't a fan of the Zan was because of the harpoon blade. And I didn't like that stick out into my pocket. My buddy brought over prototypes, or a prototype, and I thought it was a nice knife. I just couldn't wrap my head around that blade shape. That's why I bought the Tanta when it came out. But then after giving this a chance, I found that this thing is just great. Use the back for tearing open boxes, and saves the edge. It's great, great, great. I know, I'm crazy. But I like that one so much that I had to have one without the over travel stop, so I bought another one. I'll probably sell one of these, I don't know which one yet, because after having this one for a while and using it, and this one I bought second hand, and it's mint, it went to a spa, there's just a couple tiny surface marks on the pivot on each side. Really got to catch in the right light to see them. But I don't know which one I like better. I like the lack of the over travel stop, but the changes in the handle, I think I like this one more, because all three handles are different for the Zans I have. Either way, these are pretty sweet knives, and I'm very excited to have them, but one of them will most likely go. And I highly doubt it'll be that Tanta. So next on the list would be, how about a large NSYNC. I had the small crosshairs regular, and I used it for a while, then sent it to the spa, and it sat in a box because I'd moved on to the large knives and was carrying the Zan. But I still loved my NSYNC, but I wanted a large knife. So I ended up trading that to a buddy I made online and got this perfect specimen of a large 21 NSYNC. The lockup is shallow. The action is smooth. Blade is perfect. I mean, when Chris Reeve makes a plain knife, this is perfection right here. Love this thing. This is the only thing that was able to knock that Zan out of my pocket other than the 25. So they all take turns now. Speaking of the 25, I was lucky enough to get one of the first 30 from the Aiden's Daddy on YouTube and Blade forums. And what an outstanding knife. You'll notice the screw's broken on this one. I've been meaning to send it to CRK. I called them about it. They were really, really polite about it and offered to make it right and refurb the knife for me. I love how it gets fatter right here and then thins back out. Almost like a hump in there. It almost feels like this whole blade is concave at that point, or convexed, and then high hollow in front of and behind it. It's a really weird grind. And I love the thing. My only complaint on this one would be that there's a sharp edge here off the lock bar. It kind of bothers me. Not much when using it, just mentally. But I liked it enough that when I came across one with a birth date that I liked, and usually I don't collect them for birth dates, I never have before, I ended up buying another one off a guy online, and I noticed that they corrected or changed, I'll say, the edge of the lock bar there to chamfer it. Oh, I guess I better fix that. So they rounded the edge there, makes it much nicer. There are some other changes in the knife. You'll notice where the edge grind is behind the handle on the first one. It's in front on this one. This one has a press fit pin. This one I think is a third run. I know the second still had that, at least half of them. This one has a screw on that side. They chamfered the lock bar, and the height that the screws come out of the handle is a little different. Otherwise it's the same knife, but really nice. I like the 25. It's very stout. Every bit as good as an Zan, but the thing that I prefer about the Zan over that is the straight handle makes it feel longer, so you can put your hand where you want on the knife, even though they're the same size. So that's it. I'll get those out of the way. And one more folder, which is last but not at all least. I picked up off my buddy Esmat, a reverse silver contrast, unique graphic, Old Glory, with ladder Damascus. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the light right with the phone here, but I'm sure you guys get the idea. That is one of my grail knives right now. I always liked the Old Glories, and then when that one came up I had to have it. I recently lost my father. He served in the Marines and was a carpenter all his life with a ladder on his truck as long as I knew. So this one's a very fitting tribute to him, for me, being a knife collector. I doubt that one will ever leave my collection. I'll sell the rest and turn this into a user before that happens. But this is my only 21 with a regular blade shape, and if I could have got it with a Tanta or an NSYNC to avoid that tip and that look, I would have. But this knife is just gorgeous. That is my only safe queen right now. I don't ever intend to use it, but will if I have to. And last but not least, I sold all my other one-piece knives from CRK, but I did pick up a Nyala. And man, what a great knife. What a great knife. The fine details, the rounding of the spine like he does on his folders, useful aggressive jimping, the curve and the rounding on the choil here that makes it comfortable, the divots on the handle which make good for like a pinch grip for cutting sideways. It's just really nice. I'll say amazing. And I love that thing. I can't wait for some time in the woods, some camping or deer season to get here so I can put this knife to use. Anyways, that's the collection. And although it's just on the couch in the front room, let's see if I can get the light to pop up. Didn't work, but I do have a standby. Oh. So there's my current Chris Reeve collection as of July 3rd, 2013. And I do believe I'm going to be getting rid of some of them. Alright everybody, if you watched almost 10 minutes of my collection, thank you very much. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for the new subs, and everybody take care of each other, stay safe, and happy 4th of July. Independence Day, as they keep forgetting to say everywhere else. Take care.